Really quickly before we get into the story, I wanted to say I'm sorry for missing multiple story Monday today. My Wi-Fi at my house doesn't let me upload videos that are longer than 1 GB for some reason. It's fucking stupid on both TikTok and YouTube. So I have no idea what's up with that. So yeah, sorry about the missing multiple story Monday. The video will be coming out tomorrow, but it'll still be uploaded as if it's on a Monday. All right, let's get into the story. Am I the asshole for not allowing my teenage stepdaughter to host a party at my house while I'm away? My 24-year-old biological son moved back in with my spouse and me this summer to get his life back on track. This is meant to be temporary. I've been clear that by the end of January he needs to have a documented plan, school, a trade, etc., and I've even set aside $10,000 to help cover trade school if needed. He's made some progress, including paying off about $5,000 in debt by working multiple jobs. Yesterday, my son told me, not asked, that he planned on bringing a woman he just met on Tinder to stay at our house for 2 nights. We live about 100 miles away from the city. My spouse was immediately uncomfortable with having a stranger in our home. I also had concerns because my son privately told me she is a recovering drug addict and has an alcohol issue, has legal issues, and is only 22. I told him that if he was actually dating someone and we had met her first, that would be different, but bringing a complete stranger to stay for 2 nights wasn't something we were comfortable with. This led to a broader argument. While discussing boundaries around strangers in the house, I told my spouse that I'm also not comfortable with my 17-year-old stepdaughter hosting a New Year's Eve party at our house while we'll be a 20-hour drive away. My spouse had already told her she could have the party despite my objections. Last year, my stepdaughter hosted a Halloween party while we were home to supervise, and several random 20-something-year-old adults showed up after hearing about it. I had to ask them to leave, and I didn't know how many more would have come if we hadn't been there. So I said that if we're saying no to strangers staying over for my son, the same rule applies to parties for my stepdaughter. No party while we're away. That caused a major fight, and now my son's spouse and stepdaughter are all angry with me. I feel like I'm expected to help everyone, but not allowed to set boundaries in my own home. We also have valuable and sentimental items in the house, and I don't want to risk damage or worse while we're gone. Am I the asshole for saying no to strangers staying over or parties happening while we aren't home? No, absolutely not. You should be able to feel comfortable in your own home, and you definitely have the most say over who comes and goes while you're not there. And your daughter has already proved that she's untrustworthy with her Halloween party. You know, she couldn't keep it under control. I'm not saying she's not trustworthy, but I'm saying that that's proof that she couldn't keep a party under control by herself, and she needed you guys there. And if you're not there, well, who the fuck knows what could happen. And the thing with your son, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want a stranger sleeping over in my house for a couple nights either, especially if it's some girl off of Tinder that you guys don't even know and he may not even know. So she could turn out to be, again, another horrible stranger that you're letting into your house. It all depends. Anyways, let's get into the update and see what happens. Update the next day. My son apologized to myself and my partner for not communicating ahead and agreed he was thinking with his other head. He has been a little depressed lately, as who wants to move home with their parents at 24? He agreed he should 100% have asked ahead, and it's probably a little weird to bring a Tinder date home he only just met. He let his loneliness get the better of his judgment. He is extremely thankful for the help he has gotten this year to get back on his feet, and I think the talk we had has given him some much needed positivity that things are not as bad as he feels. For the 17-year-old, we had to come up with a compromise. Her mom will travel on her own to deal with the out of town issue that we had agreed to deal with, and I will stay home alone. She is allowed to have her friends over, but is limited to an agreed in advance guest list, no more than 20 kids or so, all local and from her year in high school. Anyone else shows up, I show them to the door. So more an Xmas class gathering than a house party. It will be closed and limited, no drugs, etc., and no more than 4 cars in my driveway. I will stay away on the other side of the house. It's big enough that it works that way. I apologize for not being more calm in my initial response, me and my partner for not thinking it through, and also being too hard on my son initially. All in all, things like this sometimes become a valuable learning lesson, a way for people to be more open about what is going on in their heads, and getting it out so we can all address the issues and help each other. It's hard for everyone right now, especially the young from out of college looking for their start in life. Thanks to everyone on this thread for their input. Your feedback has been so valuable. Wow. W son, W daughter, W compromise. I don't know what else to say. Also, I gotta wrap this up. I have like 5 seconds or so, or else this video will get too long and I can't upload it. Anyways, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Goodbye.